Hello, my name is Katie, and today I am talking about how teachers can improve the academic performance of children and the impact of a caring teacher in the classroom for all children, including the minority, specifically monolingual and bilingual with learning disabilities, without learning disabilities, and those who have ADHD. The issue is teachers are not effectively supporting children in the classroom. We need caring teachers in the education system. First, I will discuss bilingual children in the education setting. Dual language learners receiving support specifically in their home language and English language development throughout the school day has a positive impact on a child's learning. Educators incorporate individual children's cultures and languages into developmentally appropriate lesson plans implemented during the school day. Teachers individually getting to know their children are learning who they are in their various languages they can speak at home and school. Educators have a choice in what they believe in and how they interact with families of dual language learning children, as well as building those relationships with those families outside the school setting. Some of the reasons why I believe caring teachers need to support children in the education setting are: minority children need to be equipped to problem solve and withhold new information in the education setting through the executive function process. Children with learning disabilities who do not get early learning intervention in certain subjects inside and outside the classroom are not performing academically well. Children's learning difficulties are not handled in the proper way, which positions the individual child to be at risk, leading to negative outcomes. Minority children with a problem-solving deficit have difficulty comprehending different types of reading in the education setting. A statistic stating too often children experience difficulties at home or at school but receive too little help too late, once problems have reached a crisis point. Counseling and related interventions aim to help children and young people to improve or resolve emotional, behavioral, and social problems related to home, community, or school. In the educational context, problems may impact behavior, attendance, learning, and achievement. Also, specifically, how a child learns can influence how effective learning interventions are for them personally in the classroom. Some ways educators or counselors can help individual children in the classroom include an educator working outside the classroom in a specific room, basically working one-on-one with the student and giving them extra support in a certain subject or a variety of subjects. An educator can ask open-ended questions about what children are working on during learning activities. An educator provides wait time and think time, so dual language learning children can think about a concept using their resources from multiple languages and cultures. Also, an educator providing engaging materials that allow children to explore and practice their one or two languages in the classroom. An educator can ask children questions about themselves during meal times, specifically during breakfast, mid-snack, lunch, and late snack in the classroom. Mental health problems are a big issue in schools today, and a counselor needs to be in the school setting to effectively help children cope with depression and anxiety, which are two common mental health problems for children today. So asking how they're feeling emotionally, mentally, and physically. Overall, there is a huge impact of an educator supporting and encouraging children during challenging situations in the classroom, as well as taking into consideration the learning environment, attentions of students, and self-esteem of individual children. Educators need to put an individual child's learning needs first, specifically observing what they are good at, what they need to improve on, what needs to be learned repeatedly outside of the classroom, and teaching that comes about appropriately improving the child's ability to do something challenging. Also, educators must have the ability to adapt and respond in appropriate ways to help individual children succeed in relation to meeting their individual developmental learning needs. Thank you for listening.